At exactly 2:41 a.m., the door to Vault 41 opened for the first time in 17 years. What Andre Cole saw inside didn't just answer every question. It rewrote everything he believed about memory, justice, and the people he thought he knew. Andre's hands gripped the steering wheel like a lifeline. The key card sat beside him on the passenger seat, trembling with the road. Miles of darkness stretched around him as the GPS blinked. No signal. He wasn't alone. In the passenger mirror, a shadowy vehicle had followed him for the past 15 minutes. No headlights. No plates. He floored it. Behind him, the vehicle vanished without a sound. Vault 41 wasn't underground like Andre expected. It was buried beneath the abandoned Ravenhill Sanatorium, the same facility where Dr. Ellis Venn once worked. He found the rusted service elevator hidden behind a false wall in the basement. The key card slid in. Click. The door slid open. What greeted him wasn't dust or bones. It was pristine white. Fluorescent lights flickered on one by one, humming with life. The air sterile. Processed. Watched. He stepped in. Inside Vault 41 were 6 cryogenic pods, each labeled with a 3-letter ID. TR-19, TR-03, TR-07. One was shattered. One was missing. Pod TR-19 glowed dimly. Inside, barely breathing, was Maya Lane. Tubes ran from her neck. Electrodes pulsed across her scalp. She looked older, but untouched by time. Her lips trembled. Her eyes flickered beneath closed lids. "Maya?" Andre whispered, choking on his own disbelief. Then her eyes opened. Maya sat upright, like something pulled her by invisible strings. Her voice came out slow, robotic, like someone was controlling her. Andre Cole, subject TR-04, escaped experimental conditioning. Return protocol initiated. Do not resist. Vault sequence. Suddenly, the lights cut. Everything went dark. A high-pitched ringing screamed through the room as the sound of doors locking echoed around them. Emergency lights bathed the vault in red. Maya gasped, then cried. She remembered. Through broken sobs, she told Andre everything. The R.A.D. project, Rehabilitation Advancement Division, was a covert operation, targeting children from broken homes and juvenile detention centers. Their minds were manipulated, their memories rewritten. Maya was never just missing. She was programmed. So was Andre. Judge Everly had approved it. Dr. Ellis Venn administered it. Kara Dean documented it and tried to expose it. That's why they silenced her. Maya's murder? Fake. Her disappearance? Engineered. Andre's rage boiled. But there was more. In the core of the vault sat a locked archive cabinet. Inside was the original audio file labeled Last Stage, Project Termination. He pressed play. Dr. Venn's voice crackled through. Subject TR-04 shows signs of emotional relapse. If he ever escapes, implant a guilt-triggered memory of Judge Everly's murder. Subject TR-19 to be contained permanently. She knows too much. Her connection to TR-04 is unpredictable. Delete all evidence. Burn the rest. Suddenly, the vault security protocol engaged. Red lasers tracked movement. Doors began to lock. Andre yanked Maya from the pod, disconnecting wires as she screamed. They ran through the corridor, sirens howling, footsteps behind them. Behind them, the 6th pod door began to open. Inside was Dr. Ellis Venn, alive, awake, watching. You're ruining decades of work, Venn growled as he stepped out. Andre didn't hesitate. He slammed the pod's emergency override and triggered the auto seal. Venn screamed as the doors clamped shut and the temperature dropped. 1 week later, the footage, tapes, and patient files were leaked online. News headlines exploded. Truth in the shadows. Secret government mind control experiment exposed. Falsely imprisoned man uncovers nationwide conspiracy. Missing girl reappears after 14 years. Unaged. The R.A.D. project was dismantled. Investigations opened. Andre was exonerated publicly. The governor issued a formal apology. He was finally free, but justice didn't feel like peace. Back at home, Maya was safe, but not whole. She had gaps in her memories. Sometimes she woke up screaming, reciting therapy mantras. Other times, she walked to the edge of a room and freeze, as if waiting for commands. Andre stayed by her side every day, reading old journals, replaying tapes, trying to rebuild her past. She looked at him one night and said, "You were in my dreams, always, but I didn't know if you were real." Andre cried for the first time in weeks. Weeks later, Andre received an anonymous envelope. Inside was a second vault keycard, this one labeled Site 53, Regrowth, and a handwritten note. Vault 41 was never the end, just the trial version. there are 12 more vaults. You stop one program, but the real project, it's still alive. Andre turned the envelope over. There was a photograph of Maya standing beside a child, a little girl with Maya's eyes in his. Justice was delivered, but peace is another story. The shadows don't just hide secrets, they grow them. Truth in the Shadows will return. Subscribe to True Crime Dark Side for episode 5, coming very soon.